Hey, not Vsauce, Zach here. And here, this is me, but it is also mine. So how much is it worth? I mean, you could quantify a price, calculating the cost of the raw materials and labor it took to produce this wonderful product. But does that really matter? To me, this item could have been an expensive or even infinite value. It could be essentially priceless because of my sentimental or personal attachment to it. I have assigned its worth. But that's not how society works. And I think society would strongly disagree with my pricing. To the lucky 7.6 billion people that are not me, this item, due to what we as a society have determined based on the idea of worth, usefulness, rarity, is all in all worthless. It literally is not worth the paper it was printed on. Paper. Let's take a look at the dollar bill. This is certainly made of paper. It is most certainly worth the paper it was printed on. If it was made of paper, I lied. That's right, dollars, at least here in America, are actually not made of paper. I know your entire worldview is shattered and your life is an illusion, but that's the truth. Benjamins and Georgies are actually made of 3/4 cotton and 1/4 linen. This explains why if I leave $1 in my pocket and then, yeet my pants into the wash, the dollar would probably be okay. But if I were to, for instance, put my paper shopping list in the wash, well, I'd have to go shop for some new paper. However, instead of doing that, I could buy $17 worth of dollar bill materials to make dollars with just $1, if I so pleased. According to the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, it only costs 5.7 cents to make a dollar bill, whether that be 1, 5, -12, 20, 50, or $100 bill. It doesn't matter. They all cost the same. This, in particular, dollar, with everyone's favorite murdering sociopath and all-around mad lad, Andrew Jackson, is known as the $1 gold coin. I can confirm for real this time that it is not made of paper. In fact, I can go to any store around these parts and use it as legal tender to buy $1 worth of stuff. Basically, I'll finally know how it feels to chew 5 gum. However, this 33-gram gold coin, sold for the worth of its materials as of the making of this video, is worth about $1,037 if it was made of gold. Oh my god, US currency is weird. This coin is actually a mix of manganese, copper, zinc, crushed hopes and dreams, and other stuff like that. Might need some of the Midas touch. But what does this all have to do with materialism? Well, I hinted at it earlier, before the dollar rant. It has to do with society, an often overlooked aspect of the whole equation. Think about it. What is the border between materialist and a hoarder versus discipline and self-order? What do I have to do to make myself a materialist? Someone who puts physical things before emotional and spiritual and intellectual pursuits. This question, to a degree, has to do with, well, where do you live and what culture are you a part of? For instance, here in Freedom Land, you probably own a smartphone. Well, this scholarly communication device probably costed you around $100 or $200 or more $100. However, having and utilizing a cell phone, even if it's excessive utilization, won't make anyone bat an eye in this first world country. However, if you live somewhere like, Ethiopia, where there's an ongoing hunger crisis, and you spent your money on a smartphone, people will look at you and hate your guts and think you're crazy. But it will almost definitely make you a materialist compared to, the other locals. Wouldn't it make more sense to spend those couple $100 of smartphone money on something like, food, that thing you need not to die? But the priority of what you spend your money on is determined the situation you're in. Thus, why people who purchase things that they don't need are often that of materialists. You could be filthy rich and have all the earthly necessities like food, drink, shelter, and not appreciate them. Or AirPods. You could own none of these things and be grateful for when you do get some. You're not grateful for what you have until it's gone. Well, that's about it. I guess this concludes my TED Talk. Good segue, guys. See ya.